Okay, let's go live with James speaking. TrainingSites.io, second week in November. We got about 400 days left before the end of 2026. And I'm just thinking about this and I'm going, holy mackerel, what's going to happen for anyone who's in the education space, whether you be a teacher and or a course creator, which is the area that I come from. I don't know about you, but I have a whole bunch of people that I subscribe to who are up on AI, and in most cases, they're people who basically started AI or in the industry, creating all these companies and all of the AI efforts on Google, Anthropic, and ChatGPT, and all of the different labs that created all this cool stuff. I listen to them and I watch, and I'm trying to figure out, what does this mean to me? If I'm going to try and treat this as a business, or I want to be able to teach people better, what does it actually mean to me? And the part that's always cool about these ones is, when I was growing up, we talked about a futurist, and a futurist was someone who was thinking of like 20, 30, 40 years from now. When I'm watching these guys on YouTube, it's like a futurist is someone who's thinking 12 months ahead right now when it comes to the AI space. So stuff is happening really quickly. And as much as there is a really, really quick adoption rate on how quickly people are actually picking this stuff up. One of them brought this up. And again, I don't know if these are the stats that they came up with, and they're not really stats, but it's just a way to think about how quickly this AI stuff is happening. And this is kind of what they came up with. And again, these are not mine. These were just the examples I used. And I know the math doesn't work, so just bear with me. What they were talking about is in terms of how quickly this is being adopted right now. The numbers that they had mentioned, I think, was a couple months ago, ChatGPT was at 800 million average weekly users just by itself. So I would think well over a billion people now are getting involved with AI. And the point that they were trying to make is that 90% of those, or the majority of those people, they're all about prompts. They're trying to figure out, how do I give my AI tool a prompt and get some kind of response back? So it's, how do I combine something, synthesize something, summarize someone, combine, output something based on a request that I've made. So of those billion users, 90% of them are in that particular space. And again, I'm thinking over the next 400 days, what's going to happen in the education space on how people are actually consuming this and what are they doing with it. So we got 90% of them, or the big chunk of them, is just all about prompting, learning how to prompt. And if you want to do that, of course, make sure to go to trainingsites.io/join. That's my privately branded campus, my community, my platform, where I keep all of this information and try and curate it and organize it as best I can for people who want to start, build, and grow an education business. We'll get to that in a second. But there's a group of people, that kind of 10%, or that 10 out of 101. These people have kind of figured out the part where they understand the prompting, they know about the prompting part, but they're going, how do I get more or start to remove myself from repetitive tasks? And that could be something that, if you're a teacher, that's stuff that you have to do on a regular basis, but how can you hand it off and automate that? And this is that part where AI automations are a big, big, big business now for people who are here, who can see the fact that if I have a trigger, or at the start of something, I can use AI, just like the prompts I had, to direct it toward an output. And every time I do that, I know I'm going to get exactly the same answer. But it just saves me from doing it. It makes the answers consistent all the time, saves me time, energy. It can even earn me money doing it. So there's a group of people that are AI agents. And then the last part they came up with was this idea, and this is the one I've been talking about for the past couple months, is I think the next 400 days are going to see a huge growth in agents. And we'll talk about this as it relates to education, but I'm just putting this in perspective of where kind of things are happening, and you'll see why in a second. If you're not familiar what an agent is, again, this is my definition. If I have an AI automation where I've mapped out a workflow, if an agent is just given the task, it knows what workflow to apply, what tools to use in order to get that particular outcome. So we're getting to the point now, and again, these are ones that are available in very, very micro niched parts. But I think the next 400 days, we're going to see these agents and also avatars that look and sound like us being able to do the work for us or the task for us in a way that doesn't require us to give them a workflow. So that's the part, that I think is really excited and where things are going with that. And the question becomes, okay, so what? What does that have to do with me if I'm actually in this education space? And I think this is the big thing that I'm noticing personally. And this is just something that I run into because I've been building courses for so long. A lot of people that I know in the course industry that I either talk to and or follow, this is the shift that I'm seeing. And if you go and start watching over the next month here, you're going to see it as well from some of the people that I think that you follow who are in the course business, who have been talking about AI. All of the people that are kind of ahead of the curve are moving from that whole idea of the 90%, which is all about tools. And you're going to see that they're going to start focusing on building a education or business platform. And there's a couple of reasons for that. Um, this platform is now not about this is the tool to use to get an output. It's about how do I organize this in a way that has a particular outcome or advantage for me? How do I combine the tools? How do I apply the tools? How are the different ways that I can interact with tools? How do they actually allow me to do what I want? And how do I get clarification and help on actually doing these things? And the real difference for us in the education space is I think now is that what you thought was a course. And I did the video last week. I did one about, what the heck is a course now? I still don't have a great name for it, but I do know that a course now, which was what I cut my teeth on and what you may be thinking that you're supposed to do, but that is a traditional idea of a course is now changing from a tool to something that is an experience. It's something that is a live entity that you do while you're actually learning. And that's the cool thing is if we look at it from a course perspective, that's about us as the instructor teaching something. I don't think that's valid in the next 400 days, or I don't think it's valid now unless you have an existing following of people that you already know, like, and trust, and you are just going through something that they've already learned and they're just helping them apply it. But in terms of teaching them, where it's you as the teacher, 400 days, I don't think that's going to be valid in any real respect because things are happening so quickly. And it's going from teaching to learning. And the reason that is because if I go and ask those 800 billion people or 800 million people or a billion people, they have the exact same tools, the exact same prompts as I do as what was called the teacher before. They can do the exact same thing as me. So what is a course? What is actually happening on this? And here is the big shift. I think that we're all on a level playing field now. So the idea of a course where something is transferred in terms of content, I don't think that's valid next year in 2026. It is now where you have a learning experience or guidance of how to apply AI that is the part that is going to be really interesting. And the way that I came up with this, kind of playing around with it, I was doing a whole bunch of research, and what I did is, let me just pull this one up here. I was playing around with Notebook LM, which I've done a couple videos on, but I was dumping in all sorts of content here on the left-hand side. So I was looking at content that I had, looking at content that I'd done up, researching other content, and I added all of these particular sources here. And I was kind of trying to figure out, how do I get people engaged in learning when they're in my platform, which is a privately branded campus or community. And I think the part that kind of hit home for me, and this is what I think 2026 is going to be about, is that the student is working directly with a smart computer tool. So just think about that for a second. If the student is working with the same tools that you are. They're using that tool to create some kind of output. So it's active practice. It's about doing things, not knowing things. And when you do things, you learn things. When you watch things or take notes on things or view things, it is no longer about learning. It is about content for the sake of content, which everyone has now. And I think the thing that is kind of interesting is we're just saying, and again, this is a conversation I was having technically with Gemini, grounded on my notes and stuff that's in there. Instead of just sitting back and reading a textbook or watching a video, the student or course taker or person in your class is forced to do something. Write, argue, explain, or question, and the AI acts as the dedicated partner, tutor, or expert to push their thinking. The outputs are the actual words, idea, reflection, questions, or plans a student produces as a result of this interaction. This, I think, is the next 400 days. And the question becomes, if I'm going to do that, if I want to monetize that, what actually is going to happen? And this is the part that I think is already obvious, and it might be for yourself. And if not, take a look and see what you're actually doing. Is these micro learning events is when you actually apply something or try something. And in many cases now, it is first with AI where we're asking a question, getting clarification, doing the things we were just talking about, argue, explain, challenge, find out the best ways, trial and error. That stuff is all back. And if you're going to be doing that, you're going to need some kind of community or platform to be able to either do that yourself or learn from other people who are doing the same thing as you. And that whole idea of applying the tools that those 90% of the people are, but applying them in a particular topic of people who are doing the same thing, that's what's happening. We've got AI students, we've got AI teachers. We're looking at a place where we need a platform to actually go and do this. It's not teaching, it's learning. Look at it from a different perspective, not from what we do as a course creator, as a teacher, but look what's happening from the people we're trying to help. They just want to learn. So how can we facilitate that? Still with our own knowledge and expertise, this is the part that is super exciting for the next 400 days. And whether that happens to be partially with an agent and or the automation of finding the content that they need to know to learn how to apply, if we can be there to go through it with them based on our experience and knowledge, being able to get them at least pointed in the right direction, there's an opportunity to monetize that far more than I think just a traditional course. So that's what we'll cover in the next video. If you haven't already, please make sure to go to trainingsites.io/join. Like and subscribe to the channel. Obviously, it helps us out when you do that. I'm putting all of my content and trying to organize it and curate it in a spot where you can use these little micro tutorials or micro lessons to be able to pick up the content that you want. But what I'm doing personally is I'm starting to do as many learning experiences or live interaction sessions where we work on these projects together. And we do them each week. And if you want to get involved with them, that's how I'm monetizing my education business, which is something we'll check in one of the next videos. So hope you enjoyed this. Take care. Expect the best. We'll be back maybe later today or tomorrow with another great video.